Margin requirements and obligations. Margin requirements and obligations include the initial margin, the amount of cash or collateral needed to purchase securities. The Federal Reserve's Regulation T requires a minimum of 50% of the purchase price to be paid with cash or collateral. Maintenance margin, the minimum amount of equity that must be kept in a margin account after the initial trade. The Federal Reserve's Regulation T requires a minimum of 25% of the securities owned to be kept in the account. Margin call, a broker's demand for an investment to deposit more money or securities into their account if the value of the account falls below the required amount. Interest charges. Investors are charged interest on the borrowed money, which varies by brokerage firm. Forced broker liquidations. In some cases, a broker may be forced to liquidate an investor's securities, which may result in losses. Margin trading is risky for investors with limited funds because it involves borrowing money to amplify returns. If a trade loses, the investor is responsible for the borrowed money, losses, commissions, and fees, as well as stocks. Regulation T states an initial margin must be at least 50%, although many brokerage firms set the requirements higher at 70%. This means an investor must pay 50% or more if the brokerage firm requires it. Of the securities purchase price up front, this is known as a federal or Fed margin call. Regulation T is available in the Electronic Code of Federal Regulations, ECFR, under Title 12, Part 220, Credit by Brokers and Dealers. The Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System issues Regulation T, which regulates how brokers and dealers extend credit to customers. The margin is the investor's equity in a transaction.